Hey there, it's day 16. On day 15 in the evening, came down from this hill up there, giant mountain, and spent the night here. I decided to take a zero today and just to further relax because I was just super tired. And there was a bunch of other hikers here last night. Many of them also took a zero, but they decided to go into the local town, which temporarily escapes me. Salida, that's the name of it. So yeah, it's just a series of kind of ramshackle cottages, and I stayed in this one back here, the Chrysalis. It was pretty nice. It was a couch. It wasn't super comfortable, but just not hiking, not really straining myself, I think is good for a day. I got a resupply package here. Dang thing is heavy, so I'm sorting through that now and uploading videos, which is frankly impossible on the trail. So I'll try and repack all my food. I've done a laundry, I've taken a shower, I'll take another one, and then I'll hopefully finish uploading videos today. And then tomorrow I'll be back at it, and we'll see what goes. I'll probably be solo until I find some other group of hikers, which I would like to hike with. But yeah, it's all good. Feeling better. Take care. Good morning, it's day 17. I'm at Monarch Crest something or other, Monarch Pass trailhead, and yeah, Josh just brought us back up the trail. He was the host at the Butterfly House, which was a very relaxing stay, and it was essential that I took the zero because my legs were shot. Now I feel a lot fresher, and so we're off. And I think we only have to go like 5 or 10 miles before the Collegiate East and the Collegiate West come back together again, and those wussies that were on the east, we'll see them again, maybe castigate them for taking the easy way out. And I think it's going to be easier for like a day or two, I'm hoping, because I was kind of beaten up. And I'm hiking for a little bit of time, at least with this lady here, Hummingbird, who I met at the hostel, which is nice. And I don't know how long we'll stay together, whether she's faster or slower, but we're going to start together. Talk to you soon. Been wondering why it's so cold. I just checked the elevation, and I'm at 11,400 feet. But I don't know, man, this feels like 40 or below, maybe in the 30s. It's if I had known it was going to be this cold leaving the hostel, I might put on another layer. So hopefully I'll warm up. It's no sign of other hikers. This seems to be the first time I've seen a section of trail that said motorcyclists are allowed, which is a bit strange, and horses too, but horses are allowed elsewhere. But I've seen horse manure, but not seen one horse on the trail so far in about 260 miles. One of the themes of the Colorado forest is this tremendous amount of die-off of trees. It's all conifers, and the spruce and the pines are dying from a pine beetle, and I think there's one other pest, all non-native pests that got in here. And I was asking Josh from the hostel if there's any sort of cure, and he said the problem is it needs extra cold weather to kill off the beetles, and in the past they used to have that weather, like -20, but in the last 10 or 15 years those events are coming rarer and rarer, just like at home in New Hampshire where it used to be -25 every winter a couple of times. Now we're not getting it, and that's allowed the beetles to multiply and devastate the forest. And I read some signage saying it's also a huge fire risk to have so much dead lumber just in the forest, dried up, ready to catch fire. So it's pretty disappointing. It's been a theme of my various hikes, in particular the PCT, vast sections of forest being killed off by fires or pests, which is really disappointing. I feel grateful to be able to see these things before they might disappear. I'm not sure exactly where the trail's heading, but I think it might be going up there, which would be an epic ridge walk. It'd be really nice. But right now, it's kind of heading into the tree line over here. Temps are rapidly rising. I still have my light wind jacket on. Take that off in a few minutes. I'm about neutral now. And I could imagine another 20 or 30 minutes I'll start getting warm. But a beautiful day. There is some smoke in the air. First I thought my glasses were dirty, but there was a fire when we were coming up here. You could see a fire in the distance, so it's probably affecting the air. It's not bothering my breathing, I don't think. I am out of breath, but that's probably from elevation more than anything. I came from over there, and I'm just looking backwards, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going in this direction, but it looks stunning enough. I wanted to take a look anyways and take some pics. My trail goes over there, either up and over that or as a ridge walk. So beautiful out here. And if you watch my videos, you probably think I'm on the edge of a heart attack. And I'd like to think that's not the case, but I am constantly out of breath hiking here, whether through the elevation, my age, or just the strenuous nature of this stuff. And today I've got 2 liters of water and a full resupply, so I have 14 pounds of food and water, which is more than I feel comfortable with, but I've got 105 miles to my next target, so yeah, I've got to carry a lot. And there was no water for like 11 miles, so water's important, more important than food at times. I came from there, and I'm just looking over this ridge line. Look at those mountains. Wow, how beautiful. Look at the grass transitioning to rocks, back to grass and trees. Oh my gosh, and I'm going this way. Wow, wow. I came from there, and I'm just looking over this ridge line. Look at those mountains. Wow, how beautiful. Look at the grass transitioning to rocks, back to grass and trees. Oh my gosh, and I'm going this way. Wow, wow. Okay guys, you might see straight away 100 yards ahead there's a little sign. That's where the Collegiate East and West meet. And then look at this trail. We go up. Do you see it, Hummingbird? It goes up over that beautiful ridge that way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, how beautiful.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful.
Can't get better than this.
Marshall Pass, right?
Is it? I don't know. There she is. Hey! There's the famous one. That's where I came from. You see some epic mountains this way. And my path is this way. Here's the next challenge we have on trail. Cows are grazing for some distance and they pollute the water with their cow patties. So a Sawyer water filter isn't guaranteed to get out all the stuff they put in the water. So it's best to try and find a water source away from where cows are at. We'll see. Look at that size of that mountain. I believe it's Mount Corey. Could be pronouncing it wrong. But just a massive rock sticking right up. Yikes, I'm glad I don't have to hike up there. I'm at about 11,200, maybe closer to 11,300. Just a little field here. And you can see some really magnificent and gigantic mountains off to my left. Really impressive. One of the things that surprised me, I saw a map and I think there was something like 49 or 50 14,000 footers. And in New Hampshire we have 48 4,000 footers, 4,000 versus 14,000. And my son Andy and I have done them, and they're quite challenging. And to be clear, here I am at 11,300 and there's still trees. And northern New Hampshire, the tree line disappears at around 4,000. So it's been a good day of hiking, not overly strenuous. I'm hearing thunder, and it's gotten a lot colder. I get about 8 miles to an ideal tent site. I discussed that with Hummingbird a while back, so she's behind me somewhere. But it's the last water stop for 8 miles, and there's some tenting, so it's a good place to stop. And I think it'll be like 20 to 21 and a half miles, something like that, when I get there, which would be great. 3:15, I'm at 11,600. I have about 6 miles or so to my desired tent site, and there's not many around here. So, and it's mostly downhill. Oh, there's a tent ahead. But yeah, and there's water there. That's the first water as well. So if I do 2.5 miles, I'll maybe get there 5:30, 6 o'clock. Can't wait. I'm pretty tired. Hey there. It's about, I think, somewhere between 5:15 and 5:30. I'm in a beautiful grove of aspen. And I'm like about 1.2 miles away from my tent site. And yes, I'm exhausted. Can't wait to get there and get some water, set up my tent, relax, have dinner, go to sleep. Hey there. It's the end of day 17. Hiked about 21.5 miles today. First 10 miles were really easy and pleasurable. The last 10 plus miles, or the trail was very rocky, really beat up my feet, but there wasn't huge climbs, so that was a good thing. And I'm at a tent site where there's probably 8 or 10 people. So I just kind of snuck away to wrap this up. But it was a good day. I feel pretty good. And tomorrow's going to start with a big climb, and then that's going to be pretty flat for a while. So we'll see what I can do tomorrow. And, I'm aiming, Lake City is coming up in like 4 or 5 days from here. So that's all good. Look forward to it. Take care.